Now that we kind of see a light at the end of this tunnel and it looks like golf will be starting back up very, very soon, that means a lot of us, myself included, have to get ready for tournament golf again after having taken 3, 4, 5 months hiatus. In this video, I want to lay out some tips and tricks and my plan for getting tournament ready. Like I said in the introduction, tips, tricks, and a plan. The first thing I want to say that you need to do if you're preparing and wanting to get tournament ready is you have to make a plan. The old adage goes, those who fail to plan to fail. So make a tournament plan. For myself, my first tournament is May 30th and 31st. I mean, I've kept my game sharp. I've been practicing this whole time. I've been filming this whole time and having to keep sharp for that. But the 2 weeks leading up to May 30th, I'm setting myself on preseason warm-up plan, if you will. And there's things in this plan that I'm gonna follow very diligently because I think they're things that are gonna help me perform better when tournament time comes. I've been reading, I read a lot, but I've been reading a book called Deep Work right now, and it kind of goes along the lines of a lot of books I've read and similar to the book The One Thing, talking about how we can work so effectively if we eliminate distractions. So part of my plan is no filming during these 2 weeks. I'm filming this before those 2 weeks start. That's one distraction I'm removing. Phone on Do Not Disturb whenever practicing so that I don't have this constant humming or distraction that can rob me from deep, focused, intentional work. Music, I generally listen to music. I think I'm gonna experiment taking the music off and really be in tune with my thoughts while I'm working on my game. Second part of my plan personally is I want to play a minimum of 54 holes each week leading up. I practice a lot, I play a little bit here and there, but if I want to be comfortable on the golf course, I need to be on the golf course more. So whether I play a full 18 or after practice go play 3, 6, it's kind of like a runner needing to log their miles every week. I need to log my holes every week. So I'm going to keep track for these 2 weeks how many holes I play, and the minimum is 54. And then other ways that I will break down this plan is I'm gonna basically look at each day and plan it out. There will be days that are specifically short game days with tournament golf, professional mini tour golf. Scoring is huge, birdies are huge. And the way to make the most of that is solid wedge play, great short game, great putting. So I'm gonna be probably 60 to 80% of my practice focused on the short game, and ways I can do that. There'll be technical blocks of practice that I will be doing, but there'll be a lot of like gameplay situations where I'll have 3 balls chipping from all around the green, and I need to get them up and down, and I need to get all 3 in the sequence up and down for it to count as a point. If I don't get at least 2, I lose a point. So I'm gonna play to 5 points, play to 10 points, whatever it is. But this is a game that forces you to be focused and simulate real on-course situations, not just hitting the same chip shot over and over again. So that's a great on-course simulation game that I will be doing. Obviously there'll be some technical work, like I said, focusing on my carry distances. So I'll use my FlightScope, dial in my carry distance with my wedges, alignment, weight, like technical thinking in those short game days. Putting days, they'll be using aids, but there'll be a lot of putting that's meant to just simulate one and done, focus, routine, make the putt. Then when it comes to my full swing, I'm gonna obviously do some technical work. I worked with Dan last week, so that's almost 3 weeks before tournament time. In the past, I've always kind of checked in with Dan a little too close to the tournament for my detriment because my brain gets very technical very easily. I have the ability to really make changes in my body quickly through the focused, intentional work. If I'm doing it too soon to a tournament, I'm actually not comfortable with it. So when I get out on the golf course, I'm still thinking technique, not thinking shots, playing, scoring. So I'm gonna have dedicated technical stuff, but ideally as I approach tournament time, the technical thinking will be gone and I will be thinking strictly hitting shots, my routine, playing golf. And that's what the 54 holes a week is meant to really help me with as well. Part of this practice, I'll also have dedicated time to my mental, my routine. Again, I get very technical. I stand over the ball thinking about my technique a little bit too much. So I need to practice and ingrain my routine with every shot. I need to get back to the way it was when I was playing full time and I had a solid routine for every single shot. I need to do that on the range because it's the only way I'm going to simulate it and kind of create that habit so that when I'm out on the golf course, I'll do that. Then there's the work at home. I'm going to be diving into some books, just kind of refreshing my memory and my mind with how to think competitively and effectively. So there's Zen Golf, there's Every Shot Must Have a Purpose. I think I'm going to dive into a Bob Rotella book, just kind of rereading things I've read before, taking some notes, just to remind myself ways that I think or I thought that allowed me to play the best golf I could have played in years past. So I have old notes, I have old journals, so I can kind of do that to get ready to compete again. And I think the last bit or piece that I forgot to mention in this plan is, yes, I'm gonna have days where I strictly come out and do short game for 3, 4, 5 hours. Then I'm gonna have total game days where I do predominantly short game, but then work on the rest of my swing. And then I'll have hour chunks here and there where it is range time. Just like the concepts I'm learning from the One Thing and from deep work, if I spend 3 to 5 hours a day just completely submerged in my work, I'm gonna gain so much out of it. I'm gonna gain so much more than if I spent 8 hours a day because it's your full-time job, but I have distractions. Basically, I wanna do the deep work when you have the distractions, when your mind's going to other things, to filming, to your Instagram, to your music, to your tweets, to your texts, your emails. That's shallow work. So I'm really putting myself on a strict, deep work plan for these 2 weeks as I build up and prepare for my first event of 2020. This is all the stuff I'm doing, but I really hope that you can be taking some notes from this and learning from this and finding a way that you can implement it into your practice and make it unique to yourself, but also showing you that there's some guidelines, the no distractions, focus on your short game, have your mental time, have your technical time, but above all, really focus on playing the game and simulating what you're going to experience when it comes time to competing again. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned from it. Give it a thumbs up. I'm really excited to start showcasing tournament golf and professional golf a little bit more now that we're going to be allowed to do that in the weeks to come. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Turn your bell notifications on, all that fun stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.